Okay, I'm gonna
All right,
start because
ready?
you're being an idiot
Okay,
right now.
go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Basically Sisters podcast. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Natalia.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
We're back to the
Ye-
Mondays.
We're back to Mondays. We're back to our regular scheduled programming. Um, yeah, we got a nice little episode for you guys today. A little chill one, we're recording. It's a Saturday night, chill vibes, cozy vibes.
Very much cozy vibes. We said summer's over, so
And we're dipping
hoodies
into
and
fall.
flannels.
Hoodies and flannels are the vibes. I was
If
gonna whip
y'all,
out a different flannel that was like more fall, but I said, let me
yeah,
relax. It's early September. Let me give
yeah,
it a few weeks. Y'all will see it
cool
at
it.
some
Yeah. Well,
point
if you guys are watching on our
on
YouTube,
YouTube.
you'll see the fits. I got the black hoodie on, like I'm about to go,
Not
you
like
know, do something crazy.
run
But I got
errands.
I got the hoops on too. So, you know,
Yeah.
real big cozy vibes over here
Yeah, we're
for this
cozy
episode.
tonight. And we got a nice addition to our cozy night, shall we show?
Let's show. Yep.
Yep, y'all
Mm-hmm.
saw it here.
Yeah, I saw it here
We got
first.
the wine out tonight.
Yeah, if you guys are watching, you can see.
You'll
Um,
see. We got the
I'm
wine.
personally
Let's
drinking Stella Rosa Moscato d'Asti. I don't know. Um, Shout out to my auntie for putting me onto this. She's gonna watch this and she's gonna love that I
I'm
shouted her
cracking up.
out. But it's fire. What are you drinking tonight,
I'm
Natalia?
drinking. There's not really much of it left because I had to share it with a family member, aka my father. Earlier. Um, I'm drinking Pinot Grigio. It's Italian wine, so rare occasion in this house.
Yeah,
Usually, there's never any other wine other than Chilean wine, but
yeah.
this was a gift. So, and there's not much left. So once this is finished, I'll be whipping out another bottle, and y'all know it's gonna
Okay.
be Chilean. So I'll show you. But yeah, a little
Okay.
Pinot Grigio. Me and Ash have different tastes in wine. I'm a little bit more on the drier. I like all wine, I guess, but I like to stick to more drier types. I think my taste has evolved, but yeah.
Yeah. I get she's over here throwing subs. Oh, my taste has evolved.
No,
Shut
well,
it.
over time, when I first started, I only really liked. Well, that's not true, really. I grew up around a lot of wine. Let's just say that much. So
I'm crying. Well, either way, I'm a Moscato girl through and through. Okay, so
yeah, Barefoot
what?
Moscato sponsor
No,
Ashley.
she always says barefoot, and I'm like, no, that's the wrong one. Always does that.
What is
It's
it? Yellowtail.
yellowtail.
All
Stop being
right, they're like the
disrespectful.
same thing for me.
Put okay. Well,
It's like
it's not
yeah,
for me.
but anyways. Well, actually, let's do a quick disclaimer.
Oh
We're
yeah,
above the age of 21.
we're above the age of 21. If you are watching this, and you're above the age of 21, pull up something for yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
pour up if you're in the some people might be listening to this at like 8 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, you could pull up to some coffee, some matcha.
Some coffee, or you could listen to this at night when you're unwinding.
Exactly. Whenever, you know,
Whenever, just pick your
obviously,
beverage.
exactly. Obviously, read the room. If it's 8 a.m. and you're listening to this on your way to work, I'm not going to tell you, yeah, go get a 30 rack of brewskis and cheers with us.
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, go to Starbucks, get you a drink, period. Cheers to that. If you listen to this after work, it's been a long Monday. It's been a long day. Getting back into the grind. Get you a nice little glass of
Pour
something.
yourself a
It
glass.
could be a ginger ale. Whatever you
Be a
got to do to
ginger
take
ale.
take the edge
Take the
off.
not the edge. Just do what you got to do, people. But if you're
Exactly.
drinking with us, cheers. If you're not, cheers to you too. But of course, if you're under 21, go get yourself a soda or something. Get
Yeah,
yourself a drink.
get yourself a Capri Sun, babe. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, Capri Suns are fire, or like a juicy
Yeah.
juice. I would drink one
Just
of those right now too.
get yourself something non-alcoholic because of course we don't promote drinking under 21.
Exactly. Get you like maybe a cream soda, Shirley Temple. They got those.
Yeah.
If you want to
Anyways,
join. But anyway,
I'm gonna pour my glass.
I'm gonna pour two. We're gonna do a little bit ASMR.
And
Not
ASMR.
the wait. I need to learn how to open this because my mom opened it last
Oh,
time. Oh boy,
the
this might.
spin.
Oh, not the mic.
Oh, Mike is coming down. Mike is coming down. You gotta really grab from the base.
I know. Oh, oh, slow it down. It's a PG-13. So y'all hear that? You want to hear that?
Oh, it's ASMR.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, are you
We
ready?
clock.
Should we
Yeah.
we'll pour at the same time.
Okay, go. Ew, yours sounds like pee. Yours sounded like someone was peeing. But
Let me. I was not gonna finish the bottle up, but then I said there's literally not much in here, so
yeah,
I got
might as
another
well.
bottle. I'm gonna
See,
pop open. But
exactly.
let's do an image. Let's do a cheers through
Oh, not
the
me looking at
screen.
the carbs. Oof, child.
Oh, they have
Anyway,
carbs on here. Mine
mine
doesn't
has
have carbs.
mine has nutritional
Mine
facts.
never has the nutritional facts. I've always noticed that. I've always wanted to know. Anyways, we're
Yeah.
not even gonna think about that
Stella
tonight.
Rosa said, yeah, you might want to look at the carbs, babe. It's a high carb night.
Oh
Anyway,
gosh. Anyways,
cheers. My glass
cheers.
is princess. This is my mom's glass, but we move.
Cheers. Yeah, I got just a
Cheers.
basic glass. I was gonna be extra and get the like the one with the stem. I said, let
Stem.
me relax. Let me
Me too, because
relax a
next
bit.
thing you know, knock it
We got
over somehow.
yeah, we gotta
You know,
pause the episode. We're trying to
yeah.
keep things flowing tonight.
Clean up on aisle 3. Like, it's just too much. So we just did the stemless tonight. Maybe,
Yeah, we did.
maybe in another episode we might get the stems out. But for now,
Technically, these are meant for white wine. Stems are only meant for red.
red wine. Okay. I
So
knew that, girl.
we're sticking to the rules.
Yeah.
That's all
Let's
we
see.
gotta
Does it
say.
have legs? Does yours have legs? You know what that means?
Like when the base is kind of like
No, it's like if it
narrowish.
sticks to the glass and it like makes lines. So like when you swirl it, like mine doesn't have no damn
No,
legs.
mine's a
It's got
plastic cup. It's nothing. Actually, is it? Yeah, it's plastic. Yeah, it's nothing.
well,
I
I,
didn't whip
I
anything special for this. I was just going
damn.
for. No, I mean I didn't whip out like a special glass. I said let me keep it cute because
Yeah, thanks.
you never know. Anyways,
Next you know, little elbow knocks it over and
yeah,
it's lights out for the podcast.
yeah, literally lights out. Cut the cameras. Cut the
Cut the
mics.
cameras. Dead ass. Cut the cameras. Um,
But yeah. Anyways, we've been
I didn't even
rambling about
take a
this
sip.
wine.
I'm gonna take a sip.
Yeah, cheer. We haven't even drank our wine yet, but
Mm, that's good.
cheers to this episode. Cheers to September. Even though last week technically was our first, I feel kind of fully in September now.
Yeah, me too.
Labor Day is always a bit odd. I feel fully in September. I'm ready to tackle fall. I don't know about
Hmm.
you. I think we
Of
mentioned that
course.
last week.
Yeah, I'm running. I'm running, babe. I'm
I'm
ready.
kind of
I'm
ready.
tackling fall for real.
I'm tackling fall. I love fall weather. Like the typical fall weather, not those random like
Yeah, like 80
cold
degree
or
days
80-degree. I'm
in
just over the
October.
humidity. I love warm weather, but I just can't do it the humidity anymore. Like I'm not trying to pull up to work sweaty. Like
Yeah.
it's too much. Like I'm ready to move on to a little bit like sweater weather. Not to be that person. I love sweater
Sweater weather, PSLs,
weather.
and
Uggs.
Starbs, Uggs,
I'm
the
ready to
earmuffs, the
the air.
cardigans, the flannel.
I'm
She already
ready.
got the flannel,
Talk
y'all.
about
She
a
ready.
freaking. I whipped out the flannel. I said cozy. Let me edge into fall a bit, and here we are.
And here we are.
But yeah, I'm ready for fall. In September. But yeah, how have you been in general since we spoke?
I've been good. What have I done? Not much.
Nothing new to update.
Nothing new really. Yeah, nothing really new. I don't think I'm really trying to think what did I do this week? Uh,
This week was a short one too with Labor Day.
it was, yeah, Labor Day kind of
It was
threw
a
it
lot of
off.
things.
Child,
Yeah.
I was still trying to recover from my birthday weekend because that was a lot. That was a lot because I was
That was a
gone.
I don't think I
Basically, I was
fully
gone from
recovered
my
from that.
I was gone from my house for 8 plus 8 days, I think. 8 plus days.
Yeah.
So, I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. And I have some other
Mhm.
things that I'm kind of focusing on too. So that's kind of
Mhm.
what I've been doing. What about you? What have you been up to?
I don't know what I've been up. That's a good question. I've been mentioning a lot, just still basic things. Moving. My apartment's finally like coming together. Shout out to my friend Alan. We're gonna shout him out because he helped me put up some blinds the other day. Let me just preface this. I was gonna pay someone on TaskRabbit to do this because I was like, I kind of felt bad. Again, we talked about this in the previous episode. I have an issue with like asking people for help sometimes, or like
Yeah.
I don't like to overextend. Like if someone helps me once, like I don't want to like continuously. I don't know.
Except if it's me, because I had to put together the damn couch.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, that I guess that
Unless
comes
it's
with the
someone that you
territory.
like fully feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
us like,
I'm just playing.
but no, I'm but no, I was like, dang, like I was gonna pay someone to like mount my TV, put up blinds, and it was gonna cost me like because they charge per hour. This guy was charging like $80 an hour plus fees, and he was gonna spend like 2 hours doing this. I'm like, so I'm gonna spend close to like 200, a little over for this. I'm like, it's given a bit much. So I was
Yeah.
ready to just pay, but my friend Alan was like, no, like I'll do it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, like if he doesn't mind doing it. So he shows up. I'm over here like gonna get him like a drink or something. He's like, by the way, I'm not handy. I'm like,
I'm
yo.
crying.
We were
I'm
cracking
really
up.
done.
I was figuring out how to put this blind up. It was good though. He did a great job. Shout out. He's like, if it's crooked, at least the job was free. I was like,
That's true. Imagine paying
no,
for it and it's crooked.
no, I
I'd be
was really
pissed.
weak. No, but he did a great job. Really grateful for that and him helping me out. But yeah, so he's been helping me, and other people have just been helping me put together stuff in my apartment. My mom came a few days ago. Finally have a desk. That's a game
Oh,
changer.
period.
And I have a bed frame. Like I was sleeping on the floor for a while.
Yeah.
I think that happens to a lot of people when you move apartments. It's just
Yeah, that's a
a lot
normal
of
thing.
moving parts. At least I had a mattress, but yeah, it's starting to feel like more. I'm still like getting used to my routine, but it's starting to feel more of like an apartment and stuff.
Mhm.
That I can really, it's like more homey, I guess. But yeah, just been doing that, working. It was a short week last week, which was nice, and yeah, but yeah, that's really
Well,
been it. I
that's
can't think of
good.
any other
I can't
major
wait to
updates.
see it
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
again. See the
Yeah,
updates.
yeah, we got some updates. I just need decorations. Well, I need a lot of things still, but it's a work in. If people have started with getting a new apartment, you know that like it takes a few
It's
months to
yeah, it's a
collectively.
monthly thing.
Because
Yeah.
one, like financially, you can't really splurge on everything at once, really.
Yeah.
Also, just a lot of like getting it, putting it together, hanging it up, whatever you have to do. Like it's just a lot of work, honestly. So,
Yeah, plus you got to
but
feel the vibe of the apartment to see what you
right,
think would
you gotta
really
fit.
fit.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, like now I'm kind of like seeing like an idea of like, okay, like
where
I'm
you
glad
want to
I
go with
slowly
it.
started to buy things. Yeah, because I was like, I was gonna get all these things. I'm like, okay, good thing I didn't get that because it wouldn't have fit or wouldn't have looked good. And I'm like getting more of an idea of like what how I want like the interior decor to look. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's nice. But yeah, I've been doing that. Still been like, I know I say every week, like I'm just like tired. I can't wait to just because I've also been traveling like every weekend. Like I came home again this weekend. I have a bunch of things planned for like the next month basically. So it'll be nice once I'm just like chilled for a bit, like don't have a
Yeah.
plan.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's really all my updates. Not much. Same as
Cheers to
usual.
that, babe.
Cheers. Yeah, let's take a sip to that because this is like the first wind down night I've had in like a minute. Because we had
Mm,
the Ash's birthday weekend, but that wasn't really wind down. That was
that's not
turn up.
wine down. That's turn up. That's tequila up. That's what that was. No wine, just
Oh man.
tequila.
We need tequila recommendations, y'all. Like that are within a good price range because I'm not dropping like over $100 on a bottle of tequila that I'm gonna use for like a few like I might have that to like sit in like my liquor collection or something and use every once in a while. But to spend that, I feel like that's unnecessary, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like just
Well,
for a weekend.
y'all, Natalia, my birthday weekend. I knew I shouldn't have listened to her. I should have just used my birthday weekend as an excuse to be like, it's my birthday weekend, so we're gonna get this. Tell me
We
why
didn't
this
have many
girl's like,
options.
she's like, yeah, we're gonna get the 1800 paint.
I forgot how bad 1800 was,
Oh
honestly.
my god.
But to be fair, what's the other one we get? Not 1800. Uh, it's the one that's kind of a round bottle. Espelhone. Espelhone.
I've never tried that one.
Oh, you don't? I like that one. That's like my go-to. I feel like it's a good price. Like you get a good size bottle, it's like 40, maybe $50. And I'm like, okay, like it's
I don't think Casa is that bad.
Casa.
I heard
Doesn't
the
Kylie Jenner or not Kendall Jenner own that one?
not Casa, no.
Who owns Casa? Or is it The Rock?
Casamigos? No, that's not that one either.
Okay, I'm gonna look up who owns Casa. But regardless, a Casa's okay. But the Casa bottle we saw there, I'm not dropping 90 on Casa. Like it wasn't
But
that.
that
Like
one,
at that point,
Natai, that one was humongo. Like I don't even think you looked at it really in relation to
yeah,
like
you're
what
right.
we needed. Like that one was big. I'm like, babe, we don't have to get
Oh,
that one. We could
George
just
Clooney. That's who owns it.
no.
I gotta love when the white folk own a Mexican thing.
I'm
Anyways,
crying. You're right. I should support a
that's what I like. I
Mexican
wanna.
owned.
It's more like I don't mind spending. It's not that like I want to be cheap when it comes to, like I want to put my money into something that I know is
It's
like a good
quality.
brand, like it's quality. Like if it's a good liquor, like I will spend on that. But for Casa, I'm like, I don't know. But the liquor store we went to didn't really have that many options.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot. So
And I don't really. We're kind of a more of like a take shots, maybe one mixed drink kind of vibe. Um,
facts. And
so
let
it's
me
not
say,
really.
we do this, at least me, as you guys may know if you've been listening, because this is not the first time I'm talking about this. My bladder is the size of, I typically say a peanut, but I might say a cashew.
I'm
That's the
crying.
size of my bladder. So all these mixed drinks and, oh yeah, let's do three mixed drinks, babe.
I can't. No, it's a sugar for me that gets to me.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
be in the
like no,
bathroom peeing every 5 minutes.
or
And
I
it's
just feel
happened before.
sick. I can't
Yeah,
do too
well,
many
that's
mixed drinks.
usually
It's just
that's the thing too, is the sugar is the thing that gets you, not even the
yeah.
alcohol. And it's like, okay, like what am I paying for?
I can do like
A
one to two
sugar
mixed
high?
drinks. Well, I think it's also how you're drinking them. Like if you're doing like multiple, like if you're going out for drinks and you're doing it over like a period of like 1 to 2 hours. I think it's like the when we pregame, we're
Yeah,
like more rushed. Like we have maybe 30 minutes. And it's like I'm not gonna chug some
a
mixed,
mixed
like I'm
drink.
not doing
Yeah.
that. Like
Like why are we
I
doing that?
love a good mixed drink. Don't get me wrong. I love a mixed drink, but like
I like
I'm
to
not
chase
chugging
with
them.
the mixed drink. That's my go-to
Yeah.
is make
I
a
don't
mixed
mind
drink,
shots.
take your shots and chase it with the mixed drink.
Yeah. And it's
Makes
also less
sense.
calories. That's just for me. Like, everyone has their limits. Some people can't do shots. That's
I mean, we're
to
just
each their
built
own.
different. Not to toot our own horn.
I don't
Built
mind. And
different.
also a good tequila, like a good tequila shot. Y'all can already tell. Tequila's my choice to drink. I don't know. It's not really ashes, but
I've been forced multiple
I don't want
times.
to
She'll
say
be like, "Oh,
forced.
if it's not tequila, then I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking it tonight. I'm
Because the
just
thing
not
is,
drinking."
any other liquor
So
I
it's
will
like I
get.
have to get
I
it.
can't vodka. Oh gosh.
Ciroc isn't even bad. I
After
really do
no
like Ciroc.
Ciroc, okay, I do like Ciroc, but we don't like the same flavors. I think that's the issue. But vodka in general, Tito. After Miami,
Oh nah, yeah, nah.
I've never been that
No,
hungover
I
in
didn't
my.
even want to do the damn Tito's. So that's why I'm even more
We got
pissed.
it because it was like a group kind of thing. I was like, whatever, I guess. Like, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind Tito's in like a mixed drink, but to do a shot of Tito, I was like, I'm even thinking about it.
That
And
was
after that, I was like,
rubbing alcohol.
I can't do. I knew I couldn't do vodka. I knew. Yeah, I can't.
No, the thing is, I
That's
could do vodka. I could do Ciroc. That's what I can do. And I
There's
know
Ciroc.
I can
There's
do
also
that.
some better things. We're
Tito's?
learning our liquors. I'm not a
No,
liquor
no, no, no,
expert.
no. What? No, I'm not claiming that because that was a. I'm throwing her out there. That was all Alicia. Alicia's like, oh yeah, I only do vodka. Let's do Tito's. So I was like, fine. If that's the only alcohol you drink, then I'll be willing. I'm the one that's always
I think it was
willing
a
to
group
sacrifice.
consensus.
I, I
I was no, I'm with you on
not
the
from
vodka
me.
though. I didn't
I
want to
was
do
like
vodka.
Tito's.
You know, I
No.
only do tequila. I was like, oh gosh, if it's the only thing they want to drink, and if they're it's I was like, whatever, I'll make it do this weekend. But oh, after that, I was like, I
Yeah, you're not
cannot
catching.
do.
You're not catching me with
I am
anything
not,
Tito's
but it's so
related.
true though. Like the hangovers hit so different for different liquors you drink. Like I know anything dark, oof, gosh, cannot. And that happened like after one experience after we drank that Bacardi Gold, like a darker. Yeah, that one. And also anytime like I would drink Hennessy, I can't. And like then the vodka, I was like no. But anytime I drink tequila, like I don't really feel like horrible the next day.
See, that's anytime I
Like I
drink
feel like
vodka, I
kind of.
don't feel horrible.
I
Tequila,
think
I
yeah. I think
always feel.
what they say tequila is like the most purest form of like liquor, and I don't know, but
Yeah,
it
but
is what it
doesn't
is.
it stay in your body longer because it sticks to the lining of your stomach? So like that's why a lot of people can't handle tequila because if you feel like you have to throw up, that's why because it's stuck to the lining of your stomach.
Yeah, I don't really know the science. I've just heard that it's like relatively
That's why a
better.
lot of people like throw up tequila. That's why because it like
Mm,
sticks to the lining of your stomach. At least that's what I've heard. Maybe I
I've
was
heard that
drunk when
it's
I
the
heard that.
only
I don't know, y'all.
one. Yeah, he be hearing a lot of stuff. Honestly, we don't have reliable sources for this
Facts. I don't know.
information.
Yeah, I don't know who I
I don't
heard
got
that from
sources
either.
to pop. I just be
This was
hearing it, but
probably
I have.
somebody probably said this at a pregame one
Yeah, it
time, and
was
I
their
was like,
party
"Oh my god,
fact. I was like, all
makes
right.
sense, adds up."
Well, I have heard
Hmm.
multiple times that tequila is the only one that's not a depressant. It's like a.
I
I
don't
don't
know
really
what
know.
happens to me when I
We'll
drink
do. I'm gonna
tequila,
do my
child.
research.
I'm gonna keep quiet about how you know how I get. So I don't know what you would
There's something
categorize
about
that as.
tequila though. Like I love tequila. Like it just gets the body like flowing. Like I want to dance when I have tequila.
Child, I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
Yeah,
Just know
Ash just had some bad experiences with tequila.
I've
Not
had
bad
great.
experiences, but
I
she's
don't
had
even
bad. I
know.
haven't had anything like really, really bad with tequila. I've again, it's the ones where I'm really hungover is like anything
Well,
dark and vodka.
I've
That
had bad
Miami
experiences
hangover.
probably with every alcohol, honestly, because it's always just I be going too hard. So I don't think it's
That's
the
true,
liquor
yeah.
itself. I
And
think it's me.
anything flavored really messes.
Oh
Oh
God,
God, we gotta be really be careful with flavors.
yeah. I rather just do the juice at that point, like get a juice, like a mixer, because
Yeah,
any flavored alcohol, I'm traumatized. I'm
yeah, I'm
very much traumatized.
yeah,
But anyway,
well, it also gives college. But
yeah.
anyways, we digress.
The only flavored alcohol I like is Ciroc watermelon, summer
Ciroc, yeah.
watermelon.
Well, I think it's 'cause you
That's
haven't ruined that one for yourself yet. It's once you ruin it, the flavor.
yeah. Once you
Like
ruin
I
it,
think
you
you could go
never.
back to like alcohol flavor, but like anything with like a fruity flavor, oh, you can't. It's hard to go back.
Mango pineapple svedka is never seeing me ever. If I saw that
And
bottle
that's
in the
happened like
streets, I
7 years
wouldn't.
ago now. 6
Yeah,
years ago? I don't even know.
chill.
Anyways, yeah, we're gonna digress from our alcohol talk. We did not mean to go on a tangent about alcohol. Anyways, back to our point. If you got tequila Rex or liquor Rex, let us know.
Facts. Send that,
Send
please,
them.
because
We
we
did
need it,
not
and
mean to chat
we
about
need it
that.
by Friday too. We got plans on Friday,
Facts, facts.
so
We got plans next weekend, so let us know. But within an affordable price point. Maybe we'll
exactly.
do like a poll on the Instagram. We always say that. I'm actually
I
gonna do
know,
where like you can like not the poll, but where you can
but the
like
ask they could put
the ask. Yeah, that's what I meant. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep drinking my wine because
facts. We're not even done with our first glass. It's
yeah, we've
been
been
what
chatting too much
20
about
minutes,
liquor.
so I know they're
Again, we
probably
are
like,
not.
wow, these girls are alcoholics.
We did
They
not
sure
mean to
do
die.
hit the bottle.
Yes. And mind you, we don't even really like drink that often. We're just speaking of the times. Whatever.
Exactly.
People can
Yeah.
think what they want to think. Every
Or like
people can relate,
college.
and we don't. We're not part. We're just speaking to the people who do choose to drink. If you don't choose to drink, completely okay too. You know.
Honestly, that needs to be me
I know.
because
Well, I've definitely. Well, we don't really drink that often, honestly.
yeah, I only drink socially
Maybe
and
like
I
once
don't
a month.
yeah. I mean, I
It
this
doesn't
is the
even matter
first
as
time
long as
I've
you're drinking responsibly, and
exactly.
you're taking the right actions. That's all that really matters. And like you know your limits. Like we're grown adults now. Like we're 24.
Exactly.
Like I think it's.
Okay.
But
With that 2-4. We 24, baby. So
yeah, we're 24. I think yeah we're just tossing ideas out because we're trying to figure out what this next liquor choice is going to be because we a
facts. It's
lot of these are getting
1800.
retired.
1800. Yeah, their jersey's getting retired for sure. 1800. um
1800. Jose
basically
Cuervo lost. It's that one
babe.
had to
That
retire.
one was retired in college. Like
We just had to keep again. We were on a budget. Okay, y'all know. There's a lot we had to retire, but we won't even list them all out. But
Hennessy,
regardless,
I retired
I
her.
never even liked Tennessee. That was when I felt
Me
I was
neither, but
pressured.
I felt like I had to, that's
And
it's a
people
rite
always
of
say it goes
passage in the
down
black
smooth.
community.
I was like, I hated when
Yeah,
people
they're
said that.
lying.
I was like, what? That does not go down
No
smooth.
alcohol goes down smooth for me.
No,
Like,
good
let's be
tequila.
for real.
Okay, wait, no. This is the last thing I'll say about this. A good liquor, like a really, really like a good sipping tequila, will go down good because I, a few like back in May with my friends, in Boston, we went to like a taqueria place, and they're like, oh, let's get like shots or whatever, like of tequila. I was like, okay, yeah, what the heck? And they're like saying these shots are $14 each. I was like, all right, it's trying to be a good shot. They're like, yeah, it's a sipping tequila. I was like, all right, there's no way sipping tequila. Like I'll be able to sip it. I could actually sip it. Like it
Yeah.
was like a drink. It was actually really, really good. I was like, damn.
Well, you
Um,
should have wrote the damn name
I
down.
should have wrote the name. I'm gonna have to text my friends and be like, what was the name of that? Because
Yeah, you might want to
um
go to the damn menu online and look at their drinks menu.
it was just part of the yeah, that was a good sipping tequila. I was like, dang, like but yeah, that stuff like that, there are definitely and when you go to like Mexico or like these places that actually like brew and create like these liquors, especially tequila, like, and you taste like tequila it's been aged for like a really, really long time. Like it actually does taste good.
Yeah.
I just think it's the
Not
ones we
this
drink
mass
and
produced.
not this mass produced and also not even Mexican owned tequila.
Yeah.
So,
That's what we need to start
support
doing. Looking at it. Does it say in Mexico? Made in
what they
Mexico?
all say, like, oh, made in Mexico, but then it's like owned by like this one's. I'm pretty sure Casa says made in Mexico, and it's owned by George Clooney. Like, unless George
Yeah.
Clooney's got some Mexican ancestry, I don't know.
He
But
might.
anyways, you know,
You never
he's
know.
random.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna digress. So we've been chatting way too long. We were also gonna mention something else, so I think we should just jump to the main topic because
Well, we were going to mention the queen
yeah, we were gonna mention the
saying
queen.
adios to y'all.
I have a hot
Um,
take. I might get canceled.
say the hot take because I feel like you're talking to the right person. I
Well,
have a
I
hot take
I
too. So
saw it. Okay, here's my hot take. I don't got anything against again, we're Americans, so maybe this isn't our place. I don't know. Whatever. I grew up. I remember seeing the royal wedding was a big thing. I never understood the like royalty, like and the royal family aspect, because isn't it kind of like fake power
they
in
don't
a
have
way?
any power anymore.
They don't have any power, but they take like a lot. They own so much. Like they still take taxpayer dollars. I don't really get the
Yeah.
whole
They said
like
like
I
56 million last year.
yeah like
Took
it's
56 million tax
I
dollars.
never when I used to hear about that when I was younger. Like, I didn't even watch the royal wedding. Um, like I remember like hearing about that whole thing. I was not kind of. I mean, mind you, when was the royal wedding? The was that who
Middle
got we were
school,
middle school maybe
elementary
elementary.
school.
I don't even remember, but I
Given
remember people were getting
2012
up
when
for.
the world was about to end.
Yeah, it was
So,
giving a long time ago. I remember, but it was like really early in the morning. But regardless, I never understood this whole thing, and I got again don't even want to say anything about the people in it because again I don't really know. I hear some things. That's all I gotta say. But I just don't get why it was so big of a deal. Like I all respects to the family. Like I know we're like they're probably mourning. It's a loss in the family, but I don't get why it was like a whole like pause in life. You know, again, this might
Yeah,
be a hot take.
I don't think it's a hot take because
I'm
I
not
don't get it
British either, so I
either.
don't really
I
know.
mean, yeah, we're not British. One, two, that's like equivalent to us like paying Joe Biden like taxpayer dollars specifically, and it's like he gets $56 million. Like that's
Right.
like the
I mean,
equivalent.
like we
And
technically do, but he only makes like 400,000 a year, so it's like
exactly,
nothing out of our pocket. But yeah, I
exactly.
just
But he actually has power. They
right, right,
don't
right,
have
right,
any
right.
form of power. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, your hot take wasn't as hot as mine.
Well, it's not hot. Well, no, I know there's a lot of other issues. Like they're problematic, and the whole thing is problematic.
Yeah,
For a lot of
extremely.
different
But that
communities.
wasn't even. I wasn't even gonna go. I was gonna go that way, but then I was gonna go another way as well. There's two ways I was gonna go.
What was the
The
other
first
way?
way I was gonna go is I think she died earlier than what they said because
Oh,
all
like
these
conspiracy type
publications
thing.
got, you know, all these publications already got the news and already had covers ready for when she died. They were saying how, when they broke the news that she was under, medical surveillance, all the news broadcasters in the UK already had like black and white suits, like, to
Yeah, I guess
mourn.
I didn't really. The news was very. You're right. It was very fast, and like
Well, everyone was
it
like,
was like
oh, she's
everyone was
under medical
prepared.
surveillance. And it's like, oh, yeah, she died. It's like, whoa. Like, I kept trying to get
Maybe
updates
they were
because,
preparing. No idea,
yeah,
honestly,
that's why
because
I think she died a little earlier. I'm not going to lie. Like, maybe a couple days before. And they just kind of wanted it to be, all the family there, you know.
yeah,
I also don't think that it was really sudden. I think it was progressively over time,
right. I think they probably knew, but they
like
didn't
within the
want to say.
past couple months, her medical health has been going downhill, so it wasn't
Right.
really anything. But with the British media, oh god, they are hiding that, babe. So
Yeah.
they're gonna make it seem like it was a shock. And also people are like, oh my god, like she was 96.
Right. That's the other part. I'm like, she was 96, and like, again, it's tragic to lose a member of your family,
Exactly.
but I'm like, what did they
No
do to
matter how
contribute to
problematic they are.
society in a way? Like, I know they do all these, like they make it seem like they're doing all these, what is those? What's the word I'm looking for?
When they go to other countries?
Right. Like that kind of stuff. What's the word for that? Like mission trips. They look like they're doing a
It's
lot of
not
like
mission trips.
service.
They go over there. They go over to the places that they colonize and try to
Right.
convince them to stay colonized. That's what they go over there to do.
Well,
Oh
that's what I
yes,
thought.
we're gonna be. Don't get your independence yet. Just wait a little bit. We'll take good care. No, they're just going
Yeah,
over there
they're
so that they're like making sure that, oh yeah, you better stay, this way so we could still get money from you. And they're just making
right.
sure that all their ducks are in a row so that they could still get that money. It's sick.
Yeah, it's just
I
there's a lot of there's a lot of ways because what I again I don't really follow the royal family because I knew it was a messed up. Um,
Well, once I learned that they didn't actually have any form
they
of
had
power
no
anymore,
power.
I'm like, okay, so you guys are stupid. And that's it. Like,
No,
I don't
that's like it's like
understand.
they sit on a throne. It's some weird type like that. It's odd to me. I don't know. Again, some people might disagree. They have a
It'd
lot
be
of other
one thing if they
problematic
had
things.
power, like that's their way of government, then I'd be like, okay, maybe I could try to understand it. But
Right.
there's a whole separate thing that's actually their government. And they still somehow are like seen as no sense to me.
Yeah, it
UK
doesn't make any
babes,
sense.
please break it
I
down for us
don't
because
like that would piss me off so much. I mean, there's a lot of things about our tax dollars. like not to be that person. I don't mind paying taxes. That's not my thing. But where our tax
Where
dollars
it's
specifically
going.
go, yeah,
Well,
I'm not a really big. I don't agree with where a large portion of our taxes go. Especially since a lot of them don't really actually go to social services to help society. But
exactly.
I can't imagine being a UK resident and having so much of your tax dollars go to a family that just sits there with a throne like royalty that gets to do all these
And
things.
have done horrendous
Yeah,
things to the
horrendous. They
world,
sit, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
you
sit on,
know,
oh God, years and years of really
literally
bad
like centuries.
centuries. Yeah. Well, I mean, we could
Like,
go, yeah.
well, I did want to highlight there's this girl, her name's Stephanie on YouTube. Her
Mm-hmm.
channel's called Wine and Chill. And
Mm-hmm.
she typically like it's like she does like what we're doing, like sips wine and talks about like,
Mm-hmm.
things that kind of like affect the black community and, you
Mm-hmm.
know, random topics. But she's Jamaican and she's a lawyer. So she usually
Mm-hmm.
like dives into law and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
um I think she talked about like Gunna and Young Thug, like their trial stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like she talks about a good portion of things. So I like her.
Mm-hmm.
And she did, and it's like a PowerPoint format. I love that because it
Oh,
makes me feel like I'm in school. Like she really puts it together and breaks it
love
down.
that.
And she did one about the royal family and like Queen Elizabeth. So we'll link it in the show notes. But she talked a little bit more about Jamaica specifically and them colonizing Jamaica and Jamaica getting their independence since she is Jamaican. So, or at least her, I don't know if she lived in Jamaica, was born there, or if her parents are from there, etc. But it was very interesting to me, especially since my dad is Jamaican, my family is Jamaican, so it was interesting to see how they
Right. The
basically,
impact. Yeah.
yeah, the impacts, and how like the queen is
Like,
still on their dollar bill
right.
still, like,
Yeah.
and that's for a lot of countries too. So we'll link it in the show notes.
I saw this one thing once though. It was like, I never am so proud to be American until someone from the UK starts bashing us or something.
And
Like,
literally,
I'm like, it is true though, because like I feel like the only thing the UK that has that's great is free healthcare, but that's really it. Like I
that's
can't think of
literally it.
anything like, yeah. But anyways, we won't go into it. We'll leave the YouTube video link so y'all can do your own deep dive.
Yeah.
Um.
And I recommend anyone especially the video specifically talked about like the Caribbean islands,
Mhm.
Haiti, because Haiti was the first
Right. Right. Yeah.
to get their independence. And they kind of basically paved the way for all the Caribbean islands to get their independence as well. I mean, there's still some Caribbean islands that are still colonized, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's just wild. Y'all need to look into it, especially if you have family from the Caribbean, or
I feel like a lot of people
even
could relate, like
exactly
India,
India,
some
exactly.
African countries.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
if
a
you're Irish, I never knew. I saw a tweet and I was like, first of all, let's talk about how you saw the
yeah,
tweets,
Twitter.
right? They
Yeah,
were going,
yo,
yo,
Twitter.
and that's
I
why
love
Twitter
Twitter.
will always be undefeated. Like you can't beat that. Like
Twitter's so quick with it. I was like, yo, I went on. I was like, oh
I
gosh,
couldn't,
that's the
yo,
first place
I
I went
was,
when I heard the news.
yeah. Well, that's where I
Twitter.
heard the news on Twitter. And I was like, "Oh my god, they are going in." Oh my god.
No, they would.
We'll
Yeah, the
post we'll
memes.
post some of those memes cuz those memes had
Yeah,
me
we'll have to post some of the memes.
rolling. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, "Damn. She's still
Yeah.
warm." Like like y'all over here going
Yeah, they
off.
didn't even give it like an hour. I swear.
Not even an hour.
They didn't give it
No,
20 minutes. They were,
ever since they said that she was under medical surveillance, that's when it started. That's exactly when it started.
oh gosh.
I was
Yeah.
like, yo. Anyway, check that out.
Yeah,
Look
well
into
check it
that.
out. We got some, y'all yeah, give it your own little view and then, you know, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Cuz yeah. Anyways, we'll digress.
We'll
We've
digress.
been
I need to
chatting
finish
today.
my
I think it's the wine. Let's
it's the
finish this
wine.
wine.
That's
Let's
what I was
finish. So
about to
I'm gonna
say.
go grab my other bottle. I got my second bottle. I'll
Her.
put y'all on quick. It's a Chilean bottle straight from, Chile. It's called Castillo de Molina Gran Reserva. Late harvest 2021. It's a
Oh,
little bit sweeter. I think you'd like this one. Um, you know, I got my wine open.
not
Not a
the
twist off.
not the kid. She's about to pop it off
I had to whip
live.
out well, my dad's kit. One thing about my dad is he takes wine seriously. So,
Okay, he's a connoisseur.
he is.
I'm not
Talk
cutting
about.
this out, so you might want to make sure you get it right.
Well, I'm trying. Oh wait, there's actually another thing. Trying to take notes. I'm used to the spin-offs. All right.
Yeah, mine's a spinoff, but hey, ain't nothing wrong with a spinoff, baby.
There's nothing wrong with a spin-off.
Why did you say it?
I'm over here trying to focus on opening this. Don't
You
stress me.
said spinoff. Okay.
Did I say it like that?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, sometimes I say things so weird, I swear. Hold on.
It'd be cracking me up. I'll leave this part for the YouTube viewers.
Yeah, for the YouTube viewer, you might need to do like a sped up.
Yeah,
Speed up.
you're like, Cheryl, she is.
I don't know why I can't get this
Oof.
top part. I'm almost there, y'all. Oh god. Yo, the way. Oh god. Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. Yo,
The way that went flying.
Mike literally just said,
Oh.
"See ya."
Oh god.
That's yeah.
Oh. That's gonna have to be like a blooper or something.
That's saying it.
I'm probably at the worst angle too. Don't mind my
she's about to
face.
she's about to knock the damn mic over again.
I got like no space, y'all. Let me move this bottle. You really gotta use a lot of force with this. That's the only issue. I usually don't struggle this much, so I don't know why.
It's because people are
Okay, there we
watching.
go. There we go. Are you kidding me? It didn't come out. Are you freaking kidding me, bro? All right, I'll be back. I'll be back for this. I'm back. The bottle's open.
Oh, well, either way, 20 minutes have surpassed.
Anyways, we're gonna jump into the main topic of today.
Sure.
Ash doesn't even know what we're talking about.
It's going to be a
Something pretty
surprise to me
prevalent
like it is to y'all.
to y'all.
So.
Well, they probably already know, maybe by the title. I don't know. But anyways, so we mentioned it on the podcast before. We've talked about it. I feel like everyone's seen it. We're talking about the ick today.
I'm crying. Cheryl.
I feel like it's just so we've heard it so much. I hear people talk about it. I've definitely been guilty of experiencing it. Um
Yeah.
everyone's been I feel like everyone has somewhat been I don't want to say everyone, most people in this dating age, maybe specifically like our age and even older people. I don't know. I feel like it's just becoming more common because we're hearing about it on social media. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about the ick today. I don't. What are your first thoughts on the ick?
Ugh,
I just want to hear it
ick.
before we jump into the episode, and not the episode, but more
The
deep into this
topic.
conversation. The topic.
Yeah. The ick. Unfortunately, I basically get the ick all the time. Um, you know that, Natalia. I
Yeah,
get the
Ash
ick
does get the ick
almost
a lot.
immediately. And that's just because I'm super picky.
Mhm.
Which I need to stop doing that. I mean, it's one thing to have standards, and then it's another thing to just be ridiculous. Like
Mhm.
my energy reader told me that too. I need to cut it out. My expectations are unachievable for men. That's why they give me the ick so easily. That's why I just say to hell. I just mind my
Mhm.
business. But the ick, yeah, I get. Yeah, it's just that, and it's different, obviously, for each person, for each guy, and just
Mhm.
us too. But it's just that one thing, like that, just really just nail in the
Right.
coffin. Like, yep, you're done. You're done, babe. Which I wish
And
it
I
wasn't
feel
that
like
way, but
yeah, I think it's pretty common too. Like it's definitely not just you or like I definitely get the ick sometimes. I think you get it more than I do. Um, but I definitely hear people
yeah,
talk about it all the time, and
I'm a
I
Virgo
think it's
also, so that's like everyone gives us the ick in general.
right. I
So
think it's yeah, it's definitely interesting because I feel like 5 years ago we wouldn't have even known what the ick was. Like I first heard about the ick maybe 3 years ago, 2, 3 years ago. Not even. I'd say 2 years ago, honestly. Um,
yeah,
and I do want to
I learned
pull
it
up a
from Love
definition
Island.
for people. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's how it got very like popular. Um,
He just gives me the ick. He just gives me the
I want
ick.
yeah, if you guys have watched Love Island,
UK specifically,
yeah, I have the definition pulled up. Hold on, let me pull it up again so I can show
not
you.
the
Or
Websters.
well, I got a few things we're going to be discussing in this topic.
Ooh,
I guess
child.
okay. The
Let me
definition,
sip.
the Urban Dictionary definition is something that is an instant turn off for you or making you instantly hate the idea of being with them romantically. So I feel like that's kind of that's a really good definition in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so as well.
But yeah, so it's basically like I don't know. People have some crazy icks, which I'm gonna like. I don't know if I want to talk about it now or maybe I think after we have the discussion, I definitely want to like just list off some of the ones I was reading when I was kind of like preparing for this conversation. But it's kind of crazy. And again, social media has really elevated this to a new level because again, if there
Yeah.
wasn't social media, I feel like we wouldn't have even this wouldn't have even really been as big of a thing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so the first statistic I do want to read, and I feel like it's pretty common, especially amongst dating apps. And I think that's where me and Ash, obviously, because we're single, we've used the apps. I mean, not to a large extent, but when we have used them, like we have gotten the ick pretty easily. And it's just hard through a platform like that. It's a very
Yeah.
judgmental platform. So I feel like it's very easy to develop an ick or like kind of these things. But anyway, so the first statistic I want to read kind of to just give people an idea, especially if you're not Gen Z, if you're a little bit older and you don't even really know what the ick is, or if you're not, if even if you are Gen Z or whatever, like, and you might not be familiar with it, but just to give you an idea of like how many people get the ick now. So according to like the dating app Badu, which I haven't used, I've seen it, but I've never used it. And I
I've
haven't
never
heard
heard
of
of
many
it.
people. I've seen it, but I've never used it. But yeah, so over 3/4 of single people, so 77% exactly, are seeing more ick related content online. So like they're either engaging
I'm
with, they're
crying.
seeing with, yeah. And as a
Ick
result of this,
related content. I want to write that
yeah.
down.
I think what they yeah, and I don't know by if they mean like they see something that's an ick in someone or if it's just they're seeing people talk about it. I think it's more that they're kind of getting idea, oh, this is what the ick is. But anyways, and as a result, I don't know, I don't like how they say as a result because there could be a lot of different reasons for this, but 75% of people are picking up more icks than they would, I guess, than they wouldn't have considered before. So I guess social media is kind of having people realize these things that they wouldn't have even thought of, and they're automatically thinking
Yeah.
it. So it's giving them the ick. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I guess like when did you first start like kind of understand? I know you said from Love Island, but do you think if you didn't see it online, you would have still kind of developed these things towards people or
I think I've always been like that. It's just now I
Mhm.
have a name for it, and I just have a way to. define it and people understand what I mean specifically, because it's hard to describe if you think about it. Sometimes it's just the person itself. Like there's no
Right.
pinpoint thing that it is. Sometimes it's like just this person just gives me the ick,
Mm-hmm.
and people just understand exactly what you mean. Like, oh yeah, I get you. Like, but
Right.
if you didn't say the ick, you would just sound crazy. Be like, I just don't know what it is. Like, I just can't. I don't know what it is. That's
Yeah, I
basically how you
think
would describe that. So, I think for me, I've always been like that. It's just now I have a word for it
right.
that
And
everyone kind of understands.
yeah, and I think there's definitely different levels to it. Like there's ones where like you immediately meet a person and like there you get like something that gives you the ick, or you're dating someone for a really long time and like all of a sudden like you have the ick, or like you might be
Hmm.
dating someone for a few months. I don't know. I just feel like there's different levels to it. And there's definitely like I also want to talk about the difference between a turn off and an ick because I feel like they're completely different in my
I do
opinion.
think they're different.
Like I feel like well, I think there's also differences between turn off, deal breaker, and ick. I
Yeah,
feel like it could be something that it's kind of like random. You wouldn't have
yeah,
expect. I don't know. And it's not and it really shouldn't be something that like turns you off. I feel like that's kind of the
yeah,
point of like the ick. And then turn off for me is more like, all right, like this is just something that doesn't really like I knew from the beginning this was like my list of things and like it's not
yeah,
something that I would really align with. And then deal breakers like if they have this like it's clip for me. Like it does not align
yeah,
with my values. Like it's not
exactly.
happening.
Yeah,
Um so I feel like it's good to distinguish those three because some people kind of mix ick and turn off, and I feel like they're kind of two different things. Like I feel like sometimes I hear people like either they're in really long relationships or they're like talking to someone for a long time and like all of a sudden they start like listing all these things like, oh, I don't like when they do this or I don't like when they do that. And I think that might more be of an underlying like turn off or deal
turn
breaker
off. Exactly. Yeah,
that they're covering up with like all these like icks kind of. Um
I
but
think
then
ick is more vibe.
right, right,
Something
right.
is off. The energy is off. The vibe is off
Or something you're coming
somewhere.
up or someone said something and you're like, oh, all of a sudden look at I don't know. There's definitely different levels to it. And I think that's what I want to kind of like the example I want to get into. So there's this I pulled up there's a lot there's let me tell y'all. There's a lot of articles, a lot of research on this because it is very popular in our dating culture. And like when I first looked, because I saw, so the first thing that kind of made me think of this was like this TikToker. I don't know if you know her. Her name is So My Mom's a Therapist. She has like
Mm-mm,
brown hair. She always like she's like, "Hey dolls," like always pops on and like says like a. You may have seen her.
mm-mm.
Um,
Maybe.
but she always is like stitching people and like when they have like an issue, they're like, well, here's why like because she's like a therapist, like the
Yeah.
cognitive, like the psychological reason why we do things. She has like really good insight. And someone was talking about the ick and they're like, oh, I always just get the ick with someone. And she's like, well, let's look at this a little bit deeper. And then she kind of went into like this thing where it's like we sometimes can't even see the ick within ourselves. Like we're not even comfortable like with the ick that we have. Like sometimes we do embarrassing things or things that are cringy that we can't even really
Hmm.
accept. So like
Yeah.
until we accept that, we're not gonna ever be able to like accept like things that other people have. And it's like almost like when we accept the ick that we have, because I feel like everyone has like not constantly, but we've all done something cringy or embarrassing which we try to hide.
Yeah.
Or there's something that we do, like she was giving an example of like that text you sent or that way you acted. Like we've all looked back and been like, oh, I wish I like may have said something different or didn't act that way
Hmm.
or I don't know. And she said like once you like start to accept that, you might actually start to give grace to other people with these icks and be like, oh, okay, like it's just them doing this or I don't know. So I don't know what your
I
opinions
think,
are on that.
yeah, I think it's, I understand what she's saying, and that's
Mm-hmm.
true. And I like to think that I feel like I'm a very understanding person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but dating apps, and I've said this before, I just don't think they're for me in general. But
Mm-hmm.
then it's just very surface level. And
Mm-hmm.
then I'm sitting here thinking, why are you doing this on a social media platform? That's what it is. That's where
Right.
the ick starts. Because I'm like, okay, this is getting a little cringy.
Mhm.
I maybe it's because I personally want to do certain things that they're doing.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what it is, but I don't know what it is. Some of these guys are just tacky. Some of these guys are corny. That's what it is.
Right.
Not
And
the
I
ick,
think yeah,
just
I think
corny.
that right. And I think that also might be more aligned with a turn off rather than the ick because I feel like that is
Well, if
true
you're
sometimes the
corny,
way
you're giving me the ick
well,
because
I
it's
think it's
corny is personality
right. And
for me.
corny can be taken different ways, but I'm thinking of like when I'm on an app and someone's very like superficial, doesn't really like kind of just saying things to like you can tell they're just saying things to impress other people rather being
Hmm.
themselves. And that to
Yeah,
me comes off as corny. I think that's different because that's just them as a person, not really either showing their true selves or just kind of being the type of person. Like for me, that's a turn off. Like I want someone to be completely true to themselves.
but
Um,
that's the thing. What dating apps, I don't trust them because you could create whatever facade you want on social media. What pisses me off is when they decide to do that and it's not even good. It's like, all right, you could have just lied on this whole thing if you really wanted to. You
right.
have this ability to lie, and then you go and do corny things, or you give me the ick, like all that stuff. That's why I'm saying like dating apps just aren't for me because I think that I'm rather judge someone face to
In
face than
person, right.
because I feel like I can get a better vibe and I trust my gut if I meet you in person rather than on a dating app. Like, I don't really know. I can't get certain things you can't feel out through a
Right.
dating app personally.
Right.
And I think it's a waste of my time.
Yeah. And I do think
And
that's like
I'm more judgmental.
right. Yeah, and I
It's
think
just
that is
everyone.
yeah, and it is harder because like especially when you don't even know someone, like you're meeting
Exactly.
them through these like platforms, like you kind of have to judge them to see if you think you'd be compatible with them or if you think it's even worth giving a shot. Um rather than like you already met someone and then you're like coming up with these things that give you the so I don't
Exactly.
know. But that was just one take that she did. But I was looking into it more. Like that kind of gave me some time to think. I was like, that is true. Like we all kind of do cringy things. Like I think some people like some of the things that people get the ick for, like, are a bit ridiculous in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't know. And like I give grace. Like we're all a little corny, a little we all have a little bit of these things. And I agree with
Yeah.
her saying that like once we accept that we are a little bit like this, we might have grace for others, but there are some other takes saying like um how like the psychological aspect behind it and how it's kind of a lot of people's like kind of defense mechanisms that we put up, whether it's our fear of like getting hurt, fear of intimacy, fear of like I don't know, just any other things that we have, like our avoidant kind of like dating style, like
Yeah.
it might be more correlated with that. Like we're kind of preventing, it's our defense mechanism, like a psychological defense mechanism that we have that's preventing us from getting to know someone and trying to date them. So I
Yeah.
don't know what you think about that.
I mean, that makes sense too. I mean, especially if you're using it to protect yourself. I mean, you can't get hurt if you already cut it off.
Right.
That's kind of, and that's a thing in the dating scene too. It's like, well, if I cut it off before you cut it off, then I can't get hurt, even though I
Right.
didn't really want to cut it off, but I wasn't sure if you wanted to cut it off. Child,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it
single.
is. No, it is a lot, and it's not like anything like it's not pointing fingers at, and there's nothing wrong with anyone if this happens to you. Like it's definitely hard. Like the dating culture we're in, like we mention it all the time, how difficult it is. Um, and again, social media, we mentioned 100 times, makes it a lot worse, in my opinion. It makes it good and bad in ways.
Yeah,
So there's nothing wrong. It's just kind of a thing that like I just thought I'd bring up because I do get the ick too. Like especially when I'm meeting people on dating apps, I'm like, and I don't know if that's social media induced because I see someone else talk about it. I'm like, yeah, that is true. Like that is a little bit, or if it's just a defense mechanism. Because again, it is hard. Like with sometimes meeting people nowadays, like you really have to be vulnerable and like be ready to kind of also get your heart broken or be ghosted or like we've talked about this previously, like how bad dating culture is in
exactly.
general. Um, so yeah, I think that was like a big point that people were talking about is how people use it for like a self defense mechanism. And specifically, I'm going to leave these linked below, but it's to protect against relationship failure, fear of commitment, fear of intimacy, or rejection sensitivity. Um, so yeah, just kind of us psychologically defending ourselves.
That
So
makes
it's
sense. That makes sense. The last one, the rejection sensitivity. Like,
right.
if I reject you, you can't reject me. Type
Exactly. Yeah, we
vibes.
want to try to come up with something. Oh, but they have this, so like let's just stop. Or like I've
Yeah.
also seen ones like I feel like that's a big thing in our culture though. We're really scared of getting rejected, which is like I I don't know if it's because like we care a lot more about like what people kind of see us as now
Mm-hmm.
because of social media, or if it's because people are just really rude with the way they reject people nowadays. Like I don't think there should be a fear of rejection in general. You know what I mean? Because sometimes some people are just not meant for each other, and it's okay to be like, this is not working for me. But again, I think it's also because people don't say it that way or don't communicate
What?
that way.
And I think also people attach it to something being wrong with them when
Hmm.
a lot of times it's not even really you. I mean, maybe you might have things you need to work on too, but
Right.
they attach that to their self-esteem, their self-worth, what's wrong with me. And I get it, cuz you think, I mean, what is wrong with me? I mean, why doesn't this person want you? But sometimes things just don't work out, and that's okay. And
Right.
the stars are aligned. Someone will want you.
Yeah.
You got to keep hope alive, babe. Got to kiss a couple frogs. Ribbit, babe. Ribbit.
That is true. Yeah. I think it is hard though because I'm definitely guilty of that too. Like, and maybe I don't know it, but subconsciously I feel like, especially, I don't know, being single, like, don't get me wrong, there are some great perks of being single, but definitely dating and going through this like trial and error, like, is this person gonna work for me? Getting to know these people, like, it subconsciously develops defense mechanisms. Like, I definitely
Yeah,
have
for
these, you know what
sure.
I mean? Like, I'm always like,
Yeah.
no, immediately no, like, especially like lately too, after like you've used these apps multiple different times, or like have
Yeah.
gone on or dated for a while, like you realize like, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it definitely creates like a fear and of all these things. So I see why people develop these, like the ick specifically. Um,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like, I don't know, a lot of these articles made a good point of how it is really stopping people from like actually meeting people they could be compatible with.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know. Like, I think it definitely is something people should be aware of. Like, if I had like a friend that was dating someone, because they always say like, put picture, like, if your friend was saying this to you, like they were really compatible with someone, it's going really well, and all of a sudden they got the ick, like, what would you tell them? Like, if it's something
Yeah.
stupid, I'd probably be like,
Like, really.
are you serious? Like,
But
get it? Are you
sometimes
sure?
sometimes the icky just can't shake it, man. Sometimes you can't look past it. Once you see it, it's like, yeah, I can't unsee that. I can't
Right.
unthink it. But yeah, there's some where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, girl,
Where
you
you're
doing a
meeting.
little too much now.
Yeah, yeah. There's, I
Like,
mean,
why are you doing this?
the big one that I kept seeing was the voice, like the sound of people's voice, and like how it gives people the ick immediately, and
Hmm.
which is a really interesting one because I don't know if it's necessarily like on Hinge. When I've listened to people's like dating voice memos, like I don't know if it's necessarily like their voice that bothers me or if it's what they're saying. Because sometimes I listen to those, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
for me it's
other way.
always what they say, because I'm like,
Right.
what
But
are you
sometimes the
saying?
voice,
You
yeah.
you decided to do that? Really? That's what gives me the ick, and that's I blame Hinge for that. Because they should have, again, we said this before, they should have never gave these men mics, because what they're saying is not quality. And I'm like,
Right.
why would you, out of all the things, out of all the words in every language that you could have said, this is what you decided to say, and then you replayed it back. That's what pisses me off. You replayed it back and said, yeah, this is the one.
They probably recorded it more than 20 times.
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
that just gave me the ick. Like, you really thought you ate with this. I'm gonna have to swipe, sir. Sorry to this man.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's less about I mean, sometimes some voices like
It's about the process
it's
that
about
it takes. That's what it
because
is.
it does take a lot. I mean, I do give them props for the courage of posting a voice thing because I don't think a lot of women post voice memos. And honestly, props to the women that do because
Facts.
I
Shout out to
couldn't see
y'all.
myself. I don't know what I'm gonna say on there because,
I don't even know. Yeah, like what would I say?
but
But the
yeah,
thing
that's
is, I like to, if I don't have anything like worth saying, like I'm just gonna be quiet. So why would I do a voice memo of something stupid like half of these guys to say dumb things? It's like, why would you think to say that?
right.
Like that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
like you really that's what you came up with for this voice memo, and then you
And some
listen
of
to
them
it
are good.
back.
Like if it's
You
like
said yeah,
funny,
and then yeah, some of them I've heard are funny, and then it's like,
some
all
of them
right,
are
you got me
funny,
on that.
or some of them when are like say something actually like oh makes you ponder. But some of them are like, I like someone who's down to chill. Let's
Yeah,
catch a
Netflix and
vibe.
chill.
Let's catch like something
Yeah,
like weird. I'm like
like okay,
okay.
predator.
But I think again, that goes more about like what they're saying and their kind of like the energy they're giving off that it's not really what's matching up because I think for the
Exactly,
most part like we're looking for because some of the voice memos or like things that people say really make it seem like okay, they're just looking for someone like
like a
they're friends with
hookup.
benefits, a hookup, whatever, which is fine. You do that. But I think
I
for the most part
respect the
like
honesty,
I
but
respect
don't
the
get. I don't
honesty.
know why the algorithm brought you to me.
Right. And I think for the most part like when we use dating apps like not that we're looking for like our husband, but like we're looking for something that we can actually like someone we can actually really get to know, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Um
Even as
so
a
yeah,
friend, I mean, Jesus.
right, exactly. So I think that's more of like again, that goes more with a turn off because we're not on the same dating. We don't have
Hmm.
the same dating goals rather than the
Exactly.
ick, but yeah, but the voice one was like I forgot who said it. Like I read like a bunch of articles on this, but like one of the articles like yeah, like a lot of women like when they go on first dates, like it's the voice that like, and also they were saying the opposite too. Like if the person has a really nice voice, like it immediately makes them more into them also.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways, which I was like that's interesting. Like it made me really think like has voice really impacted me? Which I try not to like think that way cuz don't get me wrong, there are some attractive voices out there like
Yeah.
some of those like deep voices like I mean every voice is beautiful. We're not hating
Oh,
against
okay.
voices.
All right.
I'm trying to be inclusive.
Relax.
I mean to be fair like I always think like would I want someone to judge me for my voice because I
Yeah, I
have like
don't
a
think I've ever really done that. Really,
because I haven't thought about that unless it's like a really like unique
it's
I
like
don't know.
very high pitched,
High
maybe.
pitch is one.
But even
Right, because
then, I
I
mean,
think it also comes with the fact that like we associate voice pitch with like sexuality, which I think is
yeah,
also kind of messed up that we think that, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, but I don't know if that kind of goes into why people think that way, but I personally have never really like if I've gone on like a date or something or I've talked to someone like I've never really immediately like gotten the ick from a voice. I don't know if you have, but
no, not from a voice. Yeah, for me, it's more what you're saying,
hmm
and if it's stupid, then yeah, you're pissing me off. But the voice itself, I haven't. It's more like what they're saying. It's like, what are you talking about, babe? Like, genuinely, like, what are we talking about? So yeah,
yeah.
not the voice though. I mean, you should have told me that because now I'm gonna start thinking
Exactly.
about it,
Now this is the point. It's like people say these things. It's like, okay, well now I'm gonna think about this as
like
I go on a next date
subconsciously.
or I talk to someone. Like I'm gonna think about like the voice or like a lot of people also like what they're wearing is a big one. Like they get the ick. Which mind you, fashion sense really isn't like my top
It's a little high
choice.
for me.
It's I mean, I do want someone to look presentable and like, have a know what to wear. But like at the same time, it's not like a I know some people are like, oh, that those shoes don't go with that outfit. Immediate ick. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a bit much.
Yeah, I think that's a bit much.
But
Yeah, I could be a personal shopper, babe. Don't you worry.
um, I'm gonna just this might be my last glass. We're chatting this episode.
I
Which
know.
it's a
It's
good
the
little
wine.
wine. We might need to whip the wine out more often, honestly.
I'm gonna have to get the skinny girl.
I'm really
Watch the
weak. I
calorie
love a
intake.
good glass of wine.
Me
Um,
too. This wine is fire. Like
yeah, the one I have again, I'm gonna shout it out. Y'all won't be able to get it, but I'm gonna still shout it out. Castillo de Molina Gran Reserva.
she's she said you won't be able to get it. Damn. She said I'm flexing on y'all.
No, it's
That
actually
just
really
gave
good.
someone the ick. That just gave
That
someone the
gave
ick.
that gave someone. She just said that ick immediate ick.
Immediately
Um,
now.
you would have liked this wine though. It's sweet. But I'm also curious too. Now that we're talking about that, I feel like it's very common for women to get the ick, but I wonder if men get the ick. For the men listening, I do really want to
Why
know.
not? I hate to say it.
They might,
They might, but they're such simple minds.
for the most part,
I
yeah.
don't think they're thinking. We're more complex. We think a lot deeper
Mm,
into things, you know?
right, we're
They're
looking at,
kind of just more
especially if we
like,
like someone too. I feel like, I mean,
exactly.
men do too in a way, but like, I don't know. You're right. We have complex minds.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they do, but I think girls are just more, we just think into things a lot more.
Right. But I'm also wondering, like, I know we usually only talk about like heterosexual couples, but like for like gay couples too, or just like any other type of couple, like if they also it also happens because I feel like it's very common to be spoken of like when women are dating men,
Yeah.
which is like our preferred um dating, but like I'm also wondering like for other people like if it's the same thing. I don't know. I'm genuinely curious, you know. Um,
Yeah, me too.
but okay, I do want to pull up this thing. Okay, so the article name is just hilarious. It's called 23 icks about men that no one talks about but are very very unsettlingly real. It's BuzzFeed.
I'm crying. Oh, God.
I
Not
know.
her
You're
pulling up the buzz. True
well, there is another.
journalism right here. She brought up the BuzzFeed
I-
article.
okay. So the first one is chasing a ping pong ball is just never okay for anyone.
That's actually that's actually
Which
hilarious.
is true. There's certain things in
That's
life where just
true.
everyone looks stupid. I feel
Stupid,
like
yeah. Like no one looks cute chasing a
a ping
ping
pong
pong
ball.
ball.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, that's the first one.
that's actually hilarious.
Yo, this is the most Gen. Some of these things I'm like, I know, like we are on the cusp of Gen Z and millennial, but sometimes people say things I'm like, all right, this is the most
Yeah,
Gen Z thing because Gen Z is so judgmental.
yeah.
um, but walking back after your turn in bowling.
These are so stupid. How do they even come
Oh,
up with these, bro?
how did they come up with these?
I'm done.
Your turn in bowling, yo. And it's like makes you
That's
think
true
like,
though.
oh shoot, you're right. Everyone does
Well,
look kind of stupid.
now I'm gonna have to start doing a little sexy walk after I bowl,
Like how does one
because now I'm gonna be insecure about that.
especially if no one's watching you, like you know no one watched your turn.
Yeah,
Walk-
you just joined back the group.
you just make the group or you just messed up. You hit a gutter ball.
Exactly. Literally, gutter.
Yo, I'm done.
Didn't hit any ball, any pin. It's just crickets. You gotta walk back.
I'm
It's the walk of shame right there in the bowling alley.
literally I'm really done. Okay, the next one is when he sings the wrong lyrics so confidently and thinks it's right.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Natalia could preach to this because she does this all the time.
I do. One thing about me and lyrics, like
What?
I don't know what it
Yo,
is
no
about
matter,
me.
no, and she knows the song.
I know the song, and it's like when I have, and it pisses me off because I really have to think. Like, I mean, there's certain
No, because it
songs
pisses me off too. Because we'll be singing the song, and she's
doesn't
like, "That's we're not there
I
yet."
mess up. I mess up. I don't know what it is about memorization.
Yeah,
Maybe this is why I didn't go down one of those memorization paths of careers. Like I chose engineering where you could figure shit out on the spot, but like
yeah. Oh
there's something
God,
about lyrics, man. It does not matter
lyrics.
the song, the language, like does not matter.
Yeah,
I'm gonna mess it up probably because I can't
guaranteed,
I don't know what it is.
guaranteed.
I've
She's
accepted it though.
never
I've accepted it.
she's leaned into it, honestly.
I've
She just
leaned into
goes
it. I'm
with
like,
it.
it is what it is, honestly. And
It's
don't get me
no the
wrong, there's
best
some lyrics I know some parts of like songs, I don't know what it is. I should look into that, what that is with the memorization, but
the best part is when she keeps singing the wrong lyrics, even though she knows it's wrong.
I'm dead. No, sometimes it's like like I hear things wrong. In
Maybe.
English too. I'm like, what? Anyways. Yeah, that's me though. Maybe people get the ick from that. By
Someone
singing
might get the ick. I be get the ick from you doing that.
Yeah, do we get ick from our friends?
That gives me the ick. I be look, it be pissing
No,
me
but
off.
Ash
I just
Ash
say it.
knows me. She's like, "Are you serious?" I'm
I'm like,
like,
how you not know
"Yeah."
the words? But this song is 10 years old.
I feel like
Like
the
you
one
know it.
songs there's some songs I do know. I feel like the songs I know the most lyrics to are probably the Bad Bunny songs. But there's some
Yeah,
other songs and I be listening to songs, like listening. And
that's what kills me. I'm
I'm
like,
like,
girl,
I feel like I know more lyrics in Spanish than I do in English at this point, and I speak more
pro-
English than I do Spanish.
probably
But then there's songs I don't know what it is, honestly. Maybe I need to just sit
that
down
be
and like
it be
look at the lyric.
killing me, bro. It be pissing me off
I'm really
because like
done.
we have songs that we listen to together. Like this was like a certain point of time in our lives together, and we remember this one song, and she messed up the words. I'm like, I
I'm
know you.
really done.
I know you're.
Raps too.
Oh
Anything
yeah, it's
rapping,
over. It's
it's
over.
clipped. Like there's very few raps I know. Like, and again,
Her
I
singing, okay,
listen
maybe, but the
singing
raps, it's gone,
raps.
gone.
Oh gosh, there's maybe like a few J. Cole songs I know by heart, maybe some Drake songs, but and I be it's like people are like, do you even listen to the? I listen. That's the sad
She
part. I
does. This is
literally
the
listen.
part that kills me.
I probably
Like
listen more
she's
than the regular Ash. And that's the thing is because
exactly.
Ash can pick up on lyrics so quick. Like
Yeah, I
he
pick
listen
up
to a
on
song
lyrics
like
like
two times and I'm like, yo, what? Like I
yeah, I
hold on,
pick
I'm
up
still
on lyrics
comprehending.
pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, maybe we'll get the
That someone's gonna get the ick.
someone.
If it's not your significant other, it's me.
It's I'm, I'm really done. Um, okay, I'm gonna skip through some of these because some of these are dumb. All right, one of them is when they push a pull door. Me,
You you always
yo, I'm really done because people getting the ick with me.
oh my god.
Yo,
That's
this is
literally
taking me out.
you.
Yo,
Is
I'm
this list
really
about
done
all
with.
your
Is
icks? Like
this
all
the
the
ick
things you
someone had
do?
about it? Someone wrote a
Yo,
blog post when I dated her. Yeah, this is the icks I got. I'm
yeah,
really
this is
done.
the icks I got. Yo, that's crazy because Ty be
What?
doing that all the time. Knows
So-
damn well her own apartment door she be pulling. I'm like, girl, it's push. Even I know that, and I've only been here once. Like, I've learned.
I'm really
It's like,
done. Yeah.
oh,
I don't
forgot.
know what that happens to me sometimes. I don't know
That
why.
happens to you a lot.
It does. I don't know what it is. It must be I sometimes I'm not to self-diagnose myself. I swear I have dyslexia sometimes. I really do. I don't know.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do.
This one's low key hilarious. Him walking angry in flip flops.
What is this list, bro? This is what you get off of
Of
BuzzFeed
BuzzFeed. Okay,
articles.
I made it there low key hilarious. So someone
I'm
walking.
done. Well, yeah, with
Oh
thong
god.
flip flops on. Like, who's taking you serious, babe? With the Old Navy, he went to the Old Navy $2 flip
He
flop
went
sale,
for literally the $2 flip flop sale.
and he
He's
is
stocked
pissed.
up. He's got
He
colors and patterns.
he got colorways, baby. You thought you got colorways in the dunks.
Oh
He got them
god, he
colorways in the
got
Old Navy
colorways
flip
Old
flops.
Navy. Old Navy.
He got the ones with the American flag on it. How you feeling?
Um, yo,
I'm done.
I'm done. Some of these are so funny. Yo, people are dumb. Okay, I don't know if you know this game. On the trampoline, It's called. Well, I didn't call it crack the egg. I had a trampoline as a kid, so I know these games, but it's playing crack the egg on the trampoline, but they're the egg. So it's like that game where it's like, have you seen it? Like those trampoline games. I don't know if you ever played it, where it's like they're like you have to like curl up in a ball and you're in the middle and people are trying to bounce to try to get you to like get out of that ball.
I'm done. So
It's
he's
like-
in the middle. That's so childish. Like, why are you playing that as a grown
Why are you
adult to
playing that
begin
as a
with?
girl? I haven't played that in a minute, yo. That game really. Whew, man. That was actually. Those are just like random ones. I feel like they were kind of childish, but it was actually low key
These are like
hilarious.
pet peeves. Because what are these? Like, I feel like it is so like person specific.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's very person specific. Like they're so random. You know what I mean? Like here's another one. Holding an umbrella is enough to give me the ick. But if their umbrella turns inside out, they're never seeing me again.
See, like, what is that?
But
Like,
it's like it's true. Like everyone looks stupid with the umbrella turned inside out. Like you can't. Again, it's like the
yeah,
chase of the ping pong ball. No one looks.
exactly. No one looks good doing that. And I think we've all experienced the umbrella going inside out. So we're more I'm more sympathetic cuz
Right,
there's
right,
nothing
right,
you
right,
could
right.
do. When the wind picks up, babe, I'm fighting. I'm holding on.
I'm
But
fighting. Yeah. There's nothing you can do.
that's just embarrassing more than the ick.
Yeah. And there's ones
Like
that
it's
are
a
like,
quality or something you say. It's like you
yeah,
holding an
I think, yeah.
object and it malfunctions. Like I don't
I
know.
don't necessarily think we get the ick. I think we get more turn off, is what it is.
Yeah, and that's when I'm turned off. I say goodbye.
We might sometimes get the ick, which is like
I
maybe
don't talk
sometimes.
to people long enough to get the ick, I think. It's more just
Right,
a
right,
turn
right.
off. Like
I've never
automatically I'm like, yeah.
actually, from anyone like I've like actually been like met like more than just a superficial interaction, like either dated or whatever. I've never actually developed an ick. You know what I mean? At least that I can think of. But definitely turn offs is a big one. But yeah, I think it's easy with the like we said the dating profiles because we're like picking out certain things.
Exactly, yeah.
That's superficial. I mean, the apps in general are just superficial. Everyone's like, "Why are you looking at something superficial?" It's like the app in general is superficial. So it's like, what else are we supposed to look at?
Exactly.
We can't get a grip of their personality. I mean, maybe through a
At
voice
all.
memo if they're saying something funny, but like, yeah.
Which is rare. A
And
lot of
there's one.
times it's
You know what?
stupid.
One is common though. That I always see about the ick is like people like when they're sitting in a chair and their like legs are swinging, like they don't touch the floor.
I'm crying. Yeah, I've seen yeah, I get that one.
Yeah, I get that one. That's that
That
one.
one I
It's
get
sad.
because my legs are
It
swinging
depends.
right now. But I'm
I
5'1",
think it
so
depends, and I think it depends on how people do it, and like I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of factors to this whole thing in general. Like we could go
exactly.
on forever.
I feel like with turn-offs, there's not many factors. The ick is like multiple factors.
Right.
Like the ick is more so something that's annoying me.
There's
Turn-offs are like,
something random,
this
yeah, that
is
came.
not gonna work, babe. Like it's clip,
Right, right, right.
you
Turn
know?
off is like, okay, I'm immediately like not into you, yeah. And then
Yeah,
it can turn into a deal breaker. It's like, yeah, no. But
yeah,
yeah, it is hard. I feel like the ick is a hard one. I don't know. Like I definitely think like people should start differentiating between the ick and a turn off because if you're just looking at something stupid like the way they walk or like the way they say something or like it's like all right like you're gonna find an ick within anyone, you know what I mean? But if it's
exactly.
like
Yeah,
the specific way someone carries themselves or says things or like their values, then it's like okay you can it's okay for you to not align with that and like not want to continue with that person, you know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
Let us know if you get the ick. I'm for sure gonna do a poll on the Instagram. Be
Do
like,
we
have you
give you
got
the ick?
do we
Because Natalia be giving me
true.
the ick, child.
Well, I've gotten ick from well, I definitely
Them
don't get
push pull
ick.
doors be blowing me. I'm like, girl.
I'm
And it's
really
like
done.
in public too. It's not even like privately. It's like we're at a restaurant.
There's something about
It's
doors,
like
bro,
what
that
are
some I definitely have given someone the ick. I don't know who, but
the server.
the server, someone, secondhand embarrassment. But yeah, let us know if you've gotten the ick with someone you've dated or on the apps or whatever. We're gonna do a poll to see like if it's common. Or, like how many people?
I
'Cause I
think
feel
it's
like most
common.
people have got it's pretty common, and it's okay. I just think it's good to like I feel like look at your dating goals, kind of. Not that I'm giving advice. Again, any
She's
advice or
definitely
it's unsolicited
giving
advice.
advice.
But I just feel like it's important to realize, like, is this actually an ick or a turn off? Like, is it a deal breaker? You know what I mean? Like, am I just
Yeah,
trying to? Is this a defense mechanism I'm putting up? Because we don't want people to ruin. Like, we want y'all to be happy. You know, we want. I want you to be happy. Like, I know you want me to be happy. Like, we want to find people we're
exactly.
compatible with, and like, I know if like you were dating someone and like you immediately can't be like, oh, this they did this thing and gave me the ick. I'd be like, all right, that's not that serious. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um,
But I'm also stubborn too, so you know what you say and be like, okay, still got the ick though. So what we gonna
I'm weak.
do?
But yeah, I think that's really about it for that combo. So let us know what you think. I thought I'd just bring it up because I feel like it's really I see it on social media all the time. There's a new one I see like not every day, but all the time. Like, oh, I got the ick with this, or like someone will post a video in the comments be like, I just got the ick.
I'm crying. First of all,
Like people will like, you know what I've seen lately too is like some like Jack Harlow ones. People are like, I've been getting the ick.
I've low key,
I
I've been mildly getting the ick
We might need to talk about
for
this off.
Jack.
Uh, I was yeah. I don't know if it's the ick or if
Pain,
it's. I don't think
pain.
it's ick. I think it's something like we're just. I don't know.
Yeah,
Regardless, we'll
yeah,
talk about this off mic.
yeah.
Um,
Off there with a little more wine.
Definitely live a war wine. But yeah, I have nothing else really to add to this. Do you have any other points to add about the ick conversation?
Um, no, um, no, I don't. Um, I mean, it's up to y'all. Y'all figure out what
Yeah,
your
y'all do. This is just us
dating
giving you a different
situation is.
perspective. Right. If
And
y'all want to get the ick,
I'm,
it's okay. We're not saying it's and there's something wrong with it. We're just saying like it could potentially like stop you from meeting someone, but you never know. You never know. You
yeah,
can meet.
I'm picky. I'm so picky. Everyone tells me I'm too picky. So I really can't be giving no damn advice because
Yeah, Ashley
I'd
is
probably
really
be getting
picky.
more than the ick. I'd be saying everything is a damn turn off and deal breaker. So I be I got a deep dive on that. So
I'm
whatever
weak.
y'all want to do, as long as y'all safe and not hurt nobody.
True. It's just a
Cheers.
conversation you
Cheers to
wanted to
y'all.
bring up. Cheers to y'all. And we were chatty because we had some wine this episode. So, you know, it had us chat. But yeah, are we gonna do a put you on segment? I
I
don't really
have
have
a
my
song. I have one song.
we'll do a quick little put you on segment. Um
Um
I think I have a few.
my my one song. Well, I have two songs. Show My Side by CK. He's the one that did the I'm not even going to try to I don't know how you say the name of that song. But that's a great song. I don't know when it came out, but the original song that I was going to point out was it's called Possessive by Chris Brown and it's featuring Lil Wayne and Blue.
Mm. I think I just saw that one
That's
pop up.
that song is so good. Like it's been on repeat. Like, ciao. Ouch. And then obviously Organic Adjustments by Larry June. Ah,
I heard that one. Yeah.
so good. I love that one. That's my favorite one. And I think that's about it, honestly. You already know what I and the usuals. I'm not
The
gonna say
usuals, of course. We gave them a
because
lot of music last week,
yeah, they gotta
honestly.
be sick of us saying Wizkid and Bad Bunny. They're like,
Literally.
all right, give it up.
Literally give it up.
We're not giving it up.
We're not.
We're
It's
diving
yeah.
deeper, babe.
We're finding new songs. We didn't even realize we liked this much, but
Babe, the catalog.
that's when you know you're really deep into it. It's like there's a song that you
Yeah,
kind of like liked, but you skipped the kind of, then you like really get into it. It's like, oh shit, I'm deep into
I
this.
love those. I'm like,
I love those too. Cause it's
this
like,
is.
dang, feels
It's
like
like,
it just
damn,
got
I never really.
re-released.
Yeah, it feels brand new.
Yeah.
Feels brand new. Yeah,
Um.
that's fire.
Yeah.
But what about you, music wise?
Yeah. So I wanted to bring. I mentioned it last week. The new Romeo Santos album. You
Oh yeah,
know,
I've been meaning to
Ash
listen.
knows I love a good bachata. I haven't really been into
Okay.
bachata lately. Not that I haven't been into it, I just haven't listened to it as much. But this new album, I kind of like it. Um, Probably my favorite songs are on it are called it's Bebo, and the other one is El Pañuelo, and it has Rosalia. I'm not like a giant Rosalia fan. I don't mind her, but yeah, it's those two. There's definitely a few others, but those are the ones that popped out. I haven't let the album marinate. Um,
Yeah.
and then let's see. I have a few Lake songs. I don't know why. Let me see. Oh, okay. So I've been diving back into like some older music. From specific, I mentioned him last week 'cause his name is Raúl Alejandro, and one of the songs is called Pensándote. Yeah, a really good song. And oh, the last song I did want to mention was a J Cole song. I don't know if you've seen it. Like some of the TikToks been going viral, and I forgot how much I really like this song. The Pretty Little Fears song, like his verse on that, like it makes me realize like J. Cole is featured on so many songs and he has some really good verses. And
Don't
that specific
even.
verse, I forgot about. Then I saw, I was like, wow, I forgot how much I love that song. So I've been listening to
I
that.
when they dropped that song,
Yeah.
like that's literally all I was listening to 24/7. Like it was sick. Like it's such a good song. It's
It's
such
a
a
great
cute
song.
song.
It's
The
great.
video
Very
is
intimate.
cute.
Yeah.
Like it's like damn, I wish I was in love. But here we are talking about the icks. And that's why we're not in love because we got
It's
like
such
a
a,
thousand
oh,
icks.
I love that song is like, wow, like
His verse on that is beautiful.
so good. So good. Yeah. I love that song.
Yeah.
Um,
But anyway,
yeah. Anyways,
ciao. It's the wine that is getting to
yeah, the wine's
us.
getting
At
us
least me.
chatty. We're
We're
gonna
getting chatty.
digress. We're gonna end this call before we finish
We're
these
gonna
bottles.
we're gonna end the call, but we're gonna fill up the a little
Yeah, we
ASMR.
hope you guys also vibe with this conversation. Drink something, whether it be a coffee, a glass of wine, whatever
Exactly.
it was,
Matcha, a glass of water, baby. Do what you gotta
and
do.
you cheered
Hydrate.
with us.
Exactly. Cheers.
Um,
And I
but
hope you guys I'm gonna entice people to watch the YouTube video because
right,
you can watch Nataya's struggle with her opening her wine bottle. This is exclusive content on YouTube.
exclusive content on YouTube. You'll have to come watch
Um
it.
and I
Um,
was cracking up as you heard. So um yeah, other than that, we're gonna have to do more of these.
yeah,
It's
we're gonna
gonna
have to
be a
do
lot
some
of
more
editing
sip.
for me.
Yeah, a lot of editing, but it'll be a good little sip and chat. But regardless, you already know what to do every week. Rate, share, you know,
Like,
like,
subscribe,
subscribe,
tell a
do it
friend to
all.
tell a
Tell a
friend.
friend to tell a friend. Do everything you can. I'm kidding. We hope you guys enjoyed. Follow us on the socials. If you don't follow us on Instagram, what are you doing? Um, but yeah, we hope you guys
And
enjoyed the
subscribe
episode.
on YouTube. Come
And
on.
subscribe on
We be
YouTube.
putting visuals
Yeah, we
out,
know
guys.
The YouTube is new, may not be as popular because not a lot of people listen to pods on YouTube, which I am one of them. I'll be honest,
I do. I
because
be watching.
I usually listen to my podcast like when I'm like commuting or something, so I don't really like have to put a visual. I just listen. But yeah, if you're just chilling, put us on the big screen. You know, put us.
Put us on a big screen. Pull up with us. Come on now.
Oh
We're
man.
all family here.
But regardless, we hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, look, go to our Instagram to answer those polls that we're gonna put up. But yeah, do you have anything else to add?
Um, I feel like I had something to say and I forgot.
Let's try not to get the ick this week.
I'm crying. I'm not talking to nobody to get the ick. Respectfully.
True.
Like it's crickets over here. You know what I be doing? Editing the damn podcast. That's what I be doing. If that might give somebody the ick. I don't know. Either way.
I'm weak. Anyways, y'all, happy Monday. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye y'all.
Bye.